club. We're going to do a 5th Q test requirement. We're going to start with the first thing that we ever learned, Shomenuchi Ikkyo, Omote Nura. It's not as easy as it sounds. It's the first one that we do because it's probably not only the hardest thing to learn as far as timing, but it's also the basis of almost everything we do as far as entering, turning, timing, distance, everything that comes along with your Aikido technique. So, Sammy here is going to attack. Shomenuchi is basically a forward strike to the top of the head, simulated with a knife hand. Now this can be a hammer fist, this can be a stick, this can be a club, it can be a knife, a pool cue, anything like that. We're just equating against the line of attack, which is straight down. We also equate against lines to the side, straight forward, low, kicks, everything else grabs. But this is the first one because we have to learn distance and timing along with this. Now, the first thing we're going to do is start from the ground up. As far as footwork is concerned, we're going to start in what's called, there's Hidari and Migi Hanmi, which is basically Migi is right, Hidari is left. And now, in relation to a partner, there's Gyaku Hanmi, which means that we're both leading almost, I like to say, a mirror stance. As if we're looking in the mirror, that same foot is facing us forward. This is Ai Hanmi, where we both have the same foot forward, but if we're facing across from each other, it's the cross foot that's showing. We're going to start this one in Gyaku Hanmi. Let's move down this way. As he comes forward, he's coming with his rear hand, and I want to enter in before this develops power. I don't want it to be a block. There's 3 types of timing: go-no-sen, sen-no-sen, sen-sen-no-sen. Go-no-sen means you're late. Okay? I do not want to be late with this. This is one of the most important things with this is sen-no-sen. I want to start entering in as he's raising up. As his power is developing, I want to add my power to that, okay? As opposed to that. Now notice, my footwork is triangular. Okay? I'm moving with my outside foot first, cutting the angle, moving past him, and with omote, I'm looking in the direction that I'm facing, and I make uke, my partner, look in the same direction that I'm facing. Hands. Heisabaki, I want this to inscribe a circle here at a diagonal level from hip to shoulder all the way back out. So this is this hand this way. This one is going to be coming up from underneath in an arc here to block any power that comes from the elbow and down. As I add my power to his, I'm going to cut forward as I create almost a 90 degree in the arm, creating a lever against the rotator cuff in the shoulder joint here. Okay. If he was here and I'm trying to push him over, this is very difficult to do. Yes, I can do it with my body. But if I create that lever and just do this, forces his posture down, which is what we want. So I create this lever. Notice it's in front of my center. It's not way out to the side. And my body follows in behind it. This is where I straighten it out. And I create torque, counter torque. Wrist goes forward, elbow goes backwards. And as I do this, I put my weight into it. Notice what it does is force his body backwards. Let me use it. So here, when I have this torque, I'm also counterweighting by pulling my hip backwards. And notice what it does to his balance. So he's not as stable as he normally would be in this position. I want to rock him back, down, and pin his shoulder straight to the ground. From here, I spear my knee into his armpit, drop the other one down, stretch it out all the way down my knee. Okay, from here, now let's move in slightly. Going to create a triangle. The triangle is very stable. If you look at the pyramids, they've been here for thousands of years. We want to be just as stable. Now notice, my back is straight. Even if you're sitting down, I want the triangle to be my base. I want my core tight back straight, chin over elbow, pressure driving straight into the earth in a triangular manner. This way. Okay? Notice I'm not hyperextending it at this point. Okay? I'm just pinning it at this point. Okay? Try to get up. No, get up.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm pulling the arm this way, pinning it down, creating energy all the way down through the earth here, right on the elbow joint, and on the wrist. Now, 2 escape methods is normally to turn, pull the arm up, or to pop up from here. Okay? So what I'm doing is stretching him out here, pinning this part down so that he cannot move from the shoulder joint. And in order not to turn, I'm pinning it down by rolling it, pushing my knee into the thumb here. Notice how that's locking it in place. And this is nice, relaxed energy into the earth. You can just keep going and spiraling all that energy down. Okay. Let's try one time with Ura, which is the turning method. Let's do this side so you can see. I'm going to enter in, but when I do, I'm going to use my rear foot instead of the first one. Use my forward foot in this manner. This time I'm going to step slightly so I can use my rear foot and turn, what we call tenkan. So I'm entering, same thing. Now I'm going to spiral it down, blocking it to my hips. Notice my knee is already into the armpit. Now I'm going to stretch his arm out and down. And same thing. So again, other arm. Let's take this angle. So this arm here. Notice he's off balance. Spine is off center. I'm going to turn, keeping it with my center. Spinning. Dropping my knee in. Spearing it. Stretching the arm out. Locking it down. That is Shomenuchi Ikkyo, which is first classification of techniques. Omote and Ura. In front of and to the rear of. はい、どうぞ。